This morning we're gonna get to treating some seed here soon, but first I'm gonna take the mini payloader and go pick a few rocks. Brandon and Dad went down to the field with the with the temperature thermometer to see how warm the soil is before putting corn in. Give us a little bit more peace of mind, but either way I think and hope we're gonna send it. Drop off the pallet forks and pick up the skeleton rock bucket. Man, that's a heavy bucket. It's not falling on there properly. I pinched the hoses in there. Those are not very cool potatoes, guys. On Loco. I hope I didn't wreck them. I might have. Man, I'm really the reason we can't have nice things around here. I just go breaking everything. First you break a hitch off a spreader and then, you know, 2 axles and everything else that ever goes wrong around here, I guess. Attempt number 2. It's a chilly morning this morning. You know, if I had $1 for every rock I'd picked, I think I'd be a millionaire. Heck, if I had $0.25 for every rock I picked, I think I'd still probably be a millionaire. Think that'll still work?
Depends if it's long enough.
Here you go. You broke it. Go see if it's long enough. It's cold outside.
Yeah, Joey, it's cold outside. I don't want to go out there. Well, guys, I guess we're gonna attempt to fix our fertilizer spreader, even though it's like in like 7 different pieces and should be 1. We just decided that as of an hour ago. We did end up buying a new one, which I got to go pick up tomorrow, and you guys will see what we end up purchasing. But I think we're also going to, get this one fixed so we can honestly run with 2, because the windows we have for spreading fertilizer are extremely short. And I know the hitch needs a little bit of a band-aid here, but we should be able to get that figured out. But I think this thing broke, and that looks like it's literally perfect. So we already got 1 part. That means progress. We just kind of need this whole entire part and 2 axles and a band-aid on the hitch. She should be good to go. Okay, so we're going to start treating seed here. Our corn seed is obviously already treated in these totes, but we do a little extra treatment. We put this stuff on there. Whatever this is, Rotella. We are in a carbon capture program. If you guys don't know what that is, neither do I. Brandon, what's a carbon capture program? Basically, this Rotella product is supposed to help capture carbon in the air. And then depending on how much carbon we capture in our soils, someone pays us. I don't know who someone is, but we get a check if we capture carbon. Plus, aside from the carbon capture benefits of it, we did this last year for our first time with our My Yield seed treater. Seems to help with yield. That means more to me than capturing some carbon. I'm gonna go home and take a nap because it's 10 o'clock. Microorganisms. I don't know what those are, but there's a lot of them.
30% of it is microorganisms.
Well, I gotta get a pickup ready for tomorrow, because I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna leave tonight, spend the night out there, or head out early in the morning. It's a 6-hour drive one way, and then I gotta pull an implement. So I think I'm gonna pull her with the good old 450 here. It means I gotta get this trailer unhooked. So fun fact about an F450, those of you that don't know, the only difference, I believe, between the 450 and the 350 is I think there's more leaf springs in the back hauling more weight, and the front axle sits wider apart so it turns shorter. So therefore, like, the steering wheel, you know, can turn shorter, so you have better turning radius. Honestly, this giant pickup's like driving a Prius with how sharp that thing can turn. So I don't think we'll ever own a 350. They will always be 450s. I'm up here at the bins doing a little maintenance, because while I drove by, I thought about it, and if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget. So last fall, we ended up having some wet corn at the end, put it into this bin. I think it went in at about 20 to 22% moisture. So we froze it after it got nice and cold. And then once it started warming up this spring, I kicked the fans on again, just on low, because it's not too crazy warm out. Start getting that corn dried down so that we can haul it out this summer. While I'm here though, I better do a quick check. See how she's looking. Yep, it looks like corn. Definitely dried down some, because this was all the way up to the surface here. And now the corn, when it dries, it shrinks. Because when there's moisture in it, it's swollen. So we've definitely made progress. This bin, we dried last summer. We took out of a grain bag and threw it in here. I did kick the fans on in this a couple times just to make sure she stays cool. And we weren't getting any hot spots. But just gandering at this one from the top, it looks good. So I think I'm gonna leave it. You guys want a bin site tour? I'm gonna give it to you here. Ready? 1 bin, 2 bin. That's it. All we got is these 2 30,000 bushel bins. We would love to have a big bin site, but $4 corn can only get you so far. The growing pains of farming. Other stuff has been priorities. because we have the grain bagger and that works as much as it sucks too. It's not ideal, but it's something we at least get to work with. But what we end up doing is just bagging it, whatever moisture it is when we have to harvest. And if it's wet, we'll haul it home near the bins here, and we'll take the bins in the bag and blend it off and haul it to the elevator, because I'm sure the time this is dry we'll have it at 10% way over dry, so it blends off pretty good. And then we'll take a bag, refill the bin, kick the fan on, dry it again, blend it out. That's kind of our slow, inefficient process, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. You know, I always like to think everything happens for a reason. As you saw 2 videos ago and yesterday's video, I completely totaled our fertilizer spreader, which is back over there. Looks like right there. I broke both axles off it and it's junk. So we were able to unhook this tractor from it, which spared up a tractor. The rock I just picked on the pile up there with the mini payloader this morning, I got the big ones off, but now I need to use the rock picker to pick the smaller ones. Well, the tractor that goes on this is like 30 miles that way on the grain bag unloader, so I don't have a tractor to run my rock picker. Well, I found out why the reason was that I had to total that, because that way I have a tractor freed up to go pick rock. Obviously, I wish it was that simple, but I mean, you look at the bright side and stuff. Now I got a nice convenient tractor to pull this rock picker with. 8R 310 is a little bit overkill, but then again, not really, because this big beast takes a heck of a lot of tractor. I really like this design of pin a lot better, because it's the ones that don't bust your fingers apart. I'm losing my front pin here. That's not very cool. Please line up. Not lining up, guys. I think we're just gonna leave it part ways out and send it and hope we don't lose it. That's probably what I should not do though. Now you get on Joey's favorite son list. That ain't working either, guys. Aha, success, I got it in. Since I lost the one that's in there, I found a good old finger snapper pin. There we go, that should stay. Now let's go pick some rock. Okay, I do have one dilemma about switching tractors from the 7R to the 8R here with the rock picker, and that's the hydraulic speed and it being calibrated and tuned to have the right rotations while picking, so you're not over picking it and prematurely wearing out the machine. Now, before I get started here, which isn't that hard and complicated, I just got to make sure that I like my speed when that is on. I remember Donnie told me how many rotations you want per, I don't remember how he explained it. So I'm gonna do the right thing and just eyeball it for now, because I don't have much to pick. It's not like I'm going to town. It's a half an acre here. I think I'm just a tick slow, so I'm gonna bump it up just a hair and we're gonna call it a day for this little project. Perfect, give that a try. Oh, and the last time you'll hear that satisfying sound. Got this quick little 10, 12 load project done. Now we're gonna go back to the farm. I had a comment here saying, shit breaks. If you're not breaking stuff, you're not working. So I am by far the hardest worker on this farm.
Sure, that makes it feel good.
It does. That guy made me feel a lot better. So while I was out picking rock, the guys are in here treating our corn seed with the rotella, like I said. And that process is taking lid off, exposing corn, getting out of the way, lifting giant tote above that, and then not standing under so I get crushed. That would slightly tickle. Then Brandon comes over here to my new girlfriend. She was flirting with me the other day and clicks some buttons. I actually don't know what he does. And then it goes through the cycle and it just treats it in there. So not a very hard process, but kind of a slow process. There we go, pretty simple process, just a big old rinse and repeat. Well, it doesn't take, uh-oh. Did I leave the key on in this thing? I did. Oh, lovely. Phone calls to dad are never fun, you guys. I don't know who the name someone is, but they left the key on in this excavator.
Good job.
Yep.
And that is 24 volt.
It is?
I'm thinking it is.
Can you jump a 336 cat excavator with a 12 volt jumper cable? I don't actually know, but I think excavators are 24 volt systems, not 12. And I'm not entirely sure if you can wreck something by boosting it with a 12. What I saw on Google, you can. I don't know. I just work here, so we're gonna send it and just hope we don't cause more carnage. Okay, power on, please don't blow up. And why isn't it working? Oh, click the override button, it's doing something. Nothing. Well, that is not some cool potatoes, guys. So my excuse for this one, I typically don't run the cat excavator. I run the case. In the case, you just don't have to worry about leaving the key on because the excavator actually automatically shuts itself off. I did shut this one off. I just left the key on. We'll get her started eventually. Well, that didn't work, and those of you that knew that wouldn't work are now laughing at me, but I saw on YouTube that it would work as long as it's not too terribly dead. The batteries are cooked. So plan B. Okay, here is attempt number 3 because, you know, this was attempt number 2 until someone forgot to put gas in the generator and had to run back home. Okay, I'm no longer messing around. 4th time's the charm. Well, I'm not sure what I did, but it still won't start even with the battery chargers on there. So I don't know if I fried something by trying to jump it, even though Google said I could do it. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, I guess, guys. Joey's got a smile on his face like, wow, you're an idiot. So now we're taking the batteries out and try to charge them individually. It is a 24-volt system too. I learned on Google how to identify that. Got that identified. Hopefully I didn't fry it. And if I did fry something, hopefully it's just a battery and not like the computer board in the excavator, because that'd be a no bueno. I'm always wrecking stuff there. This is not looking very good on my resume. Well, Brandon was doing a bunch of testing, and the one that I'm pretty sure was on the charger was on has 12 volts. That one has 6. That one had like 2, and that one had 0. So hopefully attempt number, I forget what we're on, works now. Good thing it's not in the middle of like rush season when we're actually planting, and good thing it's too wet and too cold right now to be running. Otherwise, I don't know that Joey would be totally chill with this mistake, because I've been working on it for quite a while. So long that they treated all the seed, and I didn't even get to come and talk to Charlene over here.
You named her now?
I named the trader Charlene. Most flirting I've had in a while. Well, I think I'm gonna call that a day, because I still got a 6-hour drive tonight to the destination of our fertilizer spreader. I'm gonna pick up in the morning and very slowly all day pull that back tomorrow. So hopefully that goes very uneventful. I'm not sure why they're trusting me to pull the fertilizer spreader. With my track record lately, it's not been too strong, as you guys have seen in previous videos. If you guys are still watching at this point and want to help support the channel a little bit, comment corn to show me that you guys are still watching at this point in the video. And thanks for all the support and amazing comments. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye.